One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay villain. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay villain. It's BV. It's BV. BV. It's BV.
Yeah.
It's BV. It's BV. It's BV. It's BV.
It's BV and Jellified, Jimmy Beam and Bly, reaching highest where we reach, yo, it's highest to the stars. Beats in the villain Jeep, vibrating other cars. Whose world is this? Yo, we say the world is ours. So we grow beards, no fear, photos so clear. Take another shot, so to speak, yeah, more beer. BV worldwide, put a fist to the sky. Cheers, cheers, New Year's, dope rhyme, good vibes. My crew speaks power, Chi-Town bleeds power. Knowledge, wisdom, and truth in the final hour. Respect, loyalty, family, charity speaks power. Here the villains, brotherhood speaks honor. Forwards and onwards, stay villain to the end. I will never shave again because my beard is not a trend. I represent excellence, leadership, and never follow. I'm a BBC member, yo, lieutenant of Chicago.
One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay villain. One brotherhood, one ship. Stay bearded, stay villain. It's BV. 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 Yo, all I see.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Heart of a Villain, the podcast and live stream devoted to the bearded villains' worldwide brotherhood and the lives they are changing all over this world. Guys, it is a Friday night. We are here live. Thank you so much for being here. And man, it is, what is it? What is it? It's the 14th. It is already the 14th of May, guys. Can you believe it? I'm kind of shocked how quickly this month is flying by. May 14th, this is the weekend where we have a couple different things going on in BV land. We got the Mexican meet going on. Our bros up in Oregon are doing a little something also. So great things. Our brothers are sharing some brotherhood time, doing some changing of some lives this weekend. So I'm extremely excited about that stuff. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Hopefully have some fun there. But yeah, you guys are here. This is episode 83 of The Heart of a Villain. As I said, that's the podcast and live stream devoted to this bearded villains thing that we do. Hello. Happy Friday night. I appreciate everybody that was here with us live. As time goes on, as the year goes on here, when we get the nicer weather outside, and as I look over off to my side where I see my little window, even though it's covered up, I can still see that it's daylight out there. And as this spring goes on into summer, The daylight's going to be on out there a lot longer than it has been. And I know that people are going to have things going on in their lives. People are going to be our brothers out there that are normal viewers of this live stream live will actually not be able to attend. And I understand that. But these are the people that will listen to us later. These are the people that will watch it later. So we are here. I am here for you guys to just have a great time and just do everything we can to spread the good news about what this brotherhood is doing. Not only for us, but for other people as well. Hello to everyone live. You guys are awesome. I want to take a couple minutes out to say, hey, to Snowboat. Hillbilly, how you doing? That's when the brain doesn't work right. When I said Snowbill. Hillbilly Snowed. I love it, love it, love it. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here first tonight. That doesn't happen very often that you beat out somebody else. Nick's here. The Lakeshore Villains is here. We know who that is. Mars, how you doing? How you doing? John from down in the 317 hanging out with us. How you doing? How you doing? The Bearded Irishman always here with us as well. Of course, Puzzle Man. Looking forward to hopefully seeing Puzzle Man here in the near future, if I'm not mistaken. Jay is in the house. How you doing, Jay? Jay says, I heard there's a thing tonight or something. Yeah, we're here. We're going to have some fun. Mr. Joker Smiles, how you doing? Man, aren't you, I thought you might have been going to the Mexican meet. Maybe not. Puzzle Man. all the hearts, man. Mr. Ramsey, how you doing tonight? Great to see you guys here as well. Sharissa, well, we knew you'd be here. You keep him on pace. We know that. Gator's in the house as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Means a ton. In this episode, we're going to be talking about just some random stuff. I've got some interesting news nuggets to address. We don't have a whole lot on our agenda tonight other than we are going to hopefully be connecting up with Radar, one of our brothers from out east who is actually down at the Mexican meet today. He came into town yesterday, and he's down there for the Mexican meet having a good time. He has told me that he's going to try and go live for us from the meet and greet down in the Mexican meet. So we're going to have some fun there, hopefully with him. I have no idea what to expect with that. It could be a major shit show. I don't know. So I will apologize now for those of you who are listening afterwards to the podcast platform. I apologize for what could potentially be craziness. And I like I said, when we go live and it's not planned out other than just to say that we're going live, I have no idea what to expect. So for those of you guys you'll probably want to go back and watch the video if you're listening to this on a normal podcast platform after the fact. So that's that. Welcome to everybody who is a first-time viewer. If you are a first-timer here, love to see you guys here. If this is your first time here over on YouTube, make sure you do that subscribe thing. Got some fun stuff coming down the pike, as I've said before numerous times. Looking forward to doing all the stuff, all that good stuff. All right, so let's get into a couple things here. I don't know when Radar is going to be reaching out, so we're just going to have to hold our breath and wait for the good stuff. I'm going to come over here. I got to click on this little guy here to make sure I'm eligible to receive his call. I almost forgot about that. So, yeah, let's get into a couple of merch things first that we know about. We know we still have a few chapters doing some merch stuff, and I pushed this to the end of the episode last weekend. I'm going to get this out of the way now, only because, well, we just don't know. We don't know what to expect from this episode. It could be it's going to be crazy. Bearded Villains Central England, as far as I know, this is the last week of the limited edition t-shirts that they have out there. 18 pounds for these things. They got them in all black and gold. These things look pretty cool. bvenglandcentral.bigcartel.com for their limited edition t-shirts if you want to grab one of those. If you are interested in the Knox Villains t-shirts, I will say you have to get on board with this now because the pre-order ends tonight. The pre-order ends tonight on this guy. So really cool Knoxville shirt. And all the proceeds for this thing are going to go toward Autism Society of East Tennessee. Pre-order ends tonight. This really cool gray and multicolored puzzle combination shirt. Grab one of those puppies tonight. They're only $20 on the Smoky Mountain Villains site. Get over there. Get over there and grab one of them things for sure. And as far as I know, the Bearded Villains Norway shirt is still available for pre-order. If it's not, they'll tell you if you try to order it, because it says ends June 11th. So $36 for this really cool double-sided shirt that, I mean, to tell you, pretty cool stuff if you're over here in the States and you want to get something from one of our overseas brothers. $36 included in worldwide shipping. So a lot of times you spend $25, $30 for a shirt from overseas, and then you have to pay shipping on top of that. They've dumped it in with it. It's a little bit, more than a standard shirt fee, but when you add in the shipping, I think we end up on the plus side of that. So $36 for one of those bad boys. Very cool. Bearded Villains Norway shirt. It's at shop.bvnc.org is where you want to go for that bad boy. And I'm not sure if I have anything else right now. Yeah. As far as merch goes, guys, that's the thing. So really, I know that there is, if you head to the Miami chapter, the Miami Bros also have their merch. I think it ends today as well, if not this weekend, that they're trying to raise money for their lifting event that they have coming up. So really good stuff with that. Congrats to them. They are always doing some work over there, down there in Miami. So hit up the Bearded Villains Miami, the 305 Bros, and get the merch. That thing ends tonight. I wasn't going to get one of those because it's a white T-shirt, and old BP doesn't do well with white T-shirts. And I'm not saying for a T-shirt contest. It's just if I look at a white T-shirt, it gets dirty. So I have to decline. Anybody that offers up only white T-shirts as an option for purchases, that is a no-go for old BP for sure. So I do apologize for that in advance. Okay, before we get too far into the episode, I want to take a second to send out some thoughts and prayers to our brothers and their families over in Israel. The world is watching, and the world is concerned, and we are concerned for our brothers and for our brothers' family members and loved ones over in Israel. With everything that's going on over there, just stay low, stay safe, guys. We are thinking of you. Please keep us updated as you can on how things are going over there. We know it's a very tenuous situation over there, and one day or the next, you have no idea what's going on. That is a life that I know here in the States we just will not see. We won't understand. And so for those of you over there that are living through that, just know that we are thinking of you, that you are in our thoughts and prayers. And for our brothers in Israel, we are thinking of you. So definitely needed to give a shout out for you boys. Okay. So real quick, documentary. You heard about it? Documentary's coming up as the year goes on. I'm really excited because next weekend, if you are at DSV5 and you see the big old BP walking around with a camera, try to act natural because you never know if you're going to be filmed into the documentary. So try not to act too much a fool if you see me walking around with the big old camera with the big old screen on it. Just ignore me, because maybe I'm just trying to get some random shots of people just doing their villain stuff. So that's what I'll be doing next weekend when I'm down there at DSV5. Looking forward to that. Also, I will be at the meet and greet. This is going to be fun for me. I've done this once before. We did this at Battle of the Beards last year, where next week's episode of this live stream, episode 84, is going to be live in some way, shape, or form from the meet and greet down at DSV. So I have no idea what to expect. I'm going to get more into that in just a minute. But yeah, I have no idea what to expect from that. We'll just wait and see how things go. But I've been told that there's going to be space available for me. DSV5 at the meet and greet, episode 84 is going to launch off. So I am seeing our brother in. Oh, he just dropped off. Let's see if he can come back in a second here. And this is part of live, guys. As soon as he comes back in, I will pop him up on our screen and let him come in and share some time with us. I believe I have him here now. Let's see. Is Radar here? Radar, are you in the house? Let's see if I can bring him in now. Radar, are you here?
Yeah, that's me. I'm just holding the camera. I'm here. There's a big group.
There is a big group. Radar is here. Let me get this thing off the screen here that I've got scrolling. I don't know why that is.
And I don't want to do the back and forth on the camera and everything. So I'll hold
all
it
right,
for
brothers. That's all right.
Hello, Ricky.
Welcome from the Mexican meet. Brothers, tell us how you guys are doing down there.
¿Cómo estás, hermano?
Bien, José, ¿cómo va? ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo andas?
Nobody wants to talk.
No, he's asking. ¿Cómo está?
Oh.
We are exciting about all the brothers come to Durango. So I don't have words to this. I feel happy. It's amazing how that a couple people can make you happy in all the words.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to you brothers in Durango because I saw the Instagram post when you guys welcomed our brother Radar to Mexico at the airport. And I'm going to share that video with everybody here live in just a minute. But thank you guys so much for doing that and for being such welcoming hosts to a brother from another country.
Yeah.
Listen, they greeted me well. I loved it. I wasn't expecting the poster. Part of the love. Nothing but love since I've been here, since Nikki and I have been here. It's been great.
Acá un meet internacional, sí. Después de la pandemia estamos acá, todos juntos compartiendo con nuestros hermanos de Durango.
We have Argentina, Spain, Morelia, Jalisco, Durango.
Tarango.
So it's amazing. Thank you.
Valvilla, todo.
So Radar, maybe you can be my translator.
Yeah. All right. Well, no. We got Kike here. He can,
All right, Kike, you get on, man.
I'm a visitor.
What do you guys have planned? I know, Kike, you and I talked a couple weeks back about this weekend, but can you remind everybody what are you guys going to be doing this weekend? It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, tomorrow we have a tour bus. We have the official photo shot with in local places, emblematic local places, and then we have the souvenirs in the local market. So it's like artisans and everything about Durango, alacranes and all that stuff.
Scorpions.
Scorpions. and then we go to the meet in the bar. So we have the beer contest, dance contest. We have the corn. That's like a. No, it's not contest. It's like a challenge. It's a corn.
Oh, a corn eating contest.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So
A corn eating contest. Okay.
yeah.
Ahorita. Lo que hiciste ahorita.
Oh,
Nosotros todos.
we make
Earlier today.
So we posted some pictures about the charity a couple hours ago, and on Sunday we are going to a theme park that is like in Western. So they film movies like John Wayne movies or Western. So we are going to be like cowboys, bearded cowboys.
That's great.
Yeah,
So-
pool party. We finished.
Wait,
So
I'm missing a
thank
pool
you
party?
to all the-
A pool party?
Pool party.
Yeah, pool party.
Bien. Eso estamos esperando.
And a lot of beer.
And a lot of beer.
Beer's good. Now,
He said beer's good.
cerveza es bueno.
Cerveza es bueno.
Cerveza es bueno.
Hell yeah. They said you said it very well. You said it great. You said it great.
I do not speak English or speak Spanish very well at all. I know about 5 words. Me llamo Brian.
Me llamo Brian.
Gracias, Brian.
Yo soy de pantalones en la biblioteca. y el baño
El baño.
¿Dónde está el baño?
es malo.
El baño es malo.
I have no idea what I said there. I just know those are words.
No,
Y
no.
acá saludarte de todo. Acá saludarte de Argentina,
Yeah.
de México, todos saludarte para todos.
Everybody's giving you.
Brian, thank you, Brian.
Sí, para todos los villanos, para todos los villanos.
Much love,
Everybody's sending
much
you
love.
Their love, bro.
Now-
Y amor para todos.
Now,
Is
Radar, can
everybody
you?
here?
Yeah.
We might have like a few more pop in tomorrow.
Yeah, pan around there. Now, you guys don't
Yeah.
have.
Blacks.
Oh yeah, wait, let me show you. This is where we are.
Let me get out of the way.
I got you.
The wall.
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, we got our flags. They got their flags up.
Now,
See, I'm trying to pan. There you go.
as I'm looking around,
Falta una flaca, aguanta.
there's something that seems to be missing.
What's that?
They don't have any big boys down there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
No, big boys.
Look, he's right here. Hold on, wait, right here. Hold on. It froze. There he goes. That's
No,
our guy.
he ain't.
He looks like he looks like Wreck-It Ralph up here. There he is.
No, he's not a big boy.
No. He said he doesn't speak. Saludos.
No.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Arranca el que viene, hermoso.
Vamos.
Sí.
Yeah,
Well, I'm excited for you guys. You're gonna have an awesome weekend, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm super stoked for you. Give everybody our love and hugs, man. Keep sharing pictures. Keep
Yeah.
posting Instagram Live, please. We want to see all the good stuff.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We definitely got you.
All right, man. Kike, you guys be safe down there, and thanks for taking some time out. Enjoy your night. Much love, guys, and you guys just have a blast.
Most definitely, bro.
All right.
Thank you.
Besos.
Everybody sending you their love.
Take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
right, bro.
Thanks, Raider.
Talk to you later, B.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. That's fun stuff. I don't know how long. I could have just kept it going on for a long time, but I didn't know. I was having fun just watching them. But then you get into that communication breakdown a little bit, just because I'm trying to speak what they're trying. You know how that goes. But I that was fun. That was fun. It's always good to see. Man, I'm going to share with you guys. I did put this little thing together. This to me was such a cool example of the brotherhood the worldwide brotherhood, the family, the true family that we have. And this is the family that we have around the world, even the first time we meet each other. And I know this is not the first time this has happened. It happens all over the world. When our brothers come into another country, other brothers who are the hosts bend over backwards and do everything they can. And so I just want to share this with you guys a little bit here. And this was the scene. They posted this on their Instagram live. This was the scene yesterday at the airport. They made up a little sign for them. 4 or 5 of these bros, and Kike right there. 4 or 5 of the bros just hanging out, waiting, like we see so many times at the airport, waiting to greet our brother from the East Coast, Radar, and his wife, to come down to Mexico.
Waiting for Roberto.
It's just so cool. It's so cool to take the time out to do this and to welcome our brother in to their homeland. And as the sign there says, welcome home to Durango. And they just do it. They do it right. They do it right. And kudos to you brothers from Durango and everybody that's down there at the Mexican meet, because it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm jealous. I wish there were a way that I could come down there for that. But I'm excited because this is such a cool thing, because it shows us, what we can expect as the year starts to go on. And we're going to get into that a little bit, that the fact that the COVID restrictions are now lightening up in a lot of the parts of the world. And man, it's so cool that, we're going to start to be able to get out there and see our brothers again. We're going to be able to share the time and break bread and have some drinks with our brothers again. Just like these fine bros here were doing. And just so cool. And here they are as Radar comes in, as they arrive at the airport. Radar's first glimpse of him getting the greet with the sign, the big poster and everything. It's just so cool to see. That's how you do it, boys. That's how you do it.
Bienvenido, hermano.
So, awesome stuff, guys. Thanks again. Congratulations to our brothers down there for doing that. Good times. Just makes you feel good. And I'm looking so forward to next weekend. As I said, DSV5, we're going to have a blast. If you come and you want to join in on the meet and greet, or on the podcast live stream, if you're there at the meet and greet, find me. I'm going to have the microphones set aside so you can come on over, pop on, and see some of our regulars that usually you see only in face, as their face is shown on a text screen or something like that. So I'm looking forward to being able to share that stuff with you guys too. So that's that. Next weekend, DSV5. Looking really forward to that. We're gonna have some fun. So, that's that. Now, a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. I know you're probably tired already of old BP just talking away here, but there were a couple things on my mind, and one thing I've noticed in the last couple weeks, as COVID restrictions have started to decrease, and as the vaccination numbers, especially here in the States, as vaccination numbers have gone up, more and more people are getting vaccinated, and I know that's happening all over the world, just at a slightly slower pace than it is here in the States. But this kind of goes back to a little bit of this respect thing that we talked about last week, and I brought up the fact that we are a brotherhood, we are a family, but we also, one of our pillars is respect. And I've seen this tossed around, and I want to make sure that we are still keeping this in mind, this aspect, this thing called respect, as pertains to COVID and as pertains to getting vaccinations. Because I've already seen a couple times where comments and people's lack of respect for other people's personal opinions toward what the vaccination is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, leads to some very strained relationships and some strained conversations. So I just wanted to take a second and say we are coming around the home. We're coming around third base here, I think, on this. and pretty much in most parts of the world. We can see the home plate. And I just want everybody to think about other people. You have no idea what's going on in somebody else's life. You have no idea if family members of theirs or friends of theirs have been affected by COVID, and to whatever level that was. If you're one of the lucky ones that hasn't had anybody that you know that's been affected by it, and you yourself have not been affected by it, then by no means do you feel maybe that you need to get the vaccine. You may be posting things on social media that says, my immune system works just fine. Okay, fine. But that doesn't mean you need to be disrespectful toward other people that feel necessary to get the vaccine. We're all in this together. We've heard that so many times. And so I just want to implore us as a brotherhood, as brothers, as family, to have respect for those that decide not to get the vaccine, and have respect for those of you who don't want to get it. Have respect for those that do. Have respect for those that do. I just had a family friend of ours just inform me that he's been in the hospital now because he got COVID. Very healthy guy. But I just heard today that, he's been in the hospital because he caught COVID. So, you don't know what's going on in other people's lives. And whether you feel strongly pro or strongly against a vaccination, just maybe keep that to yourself when there's a conversation going on about this. It's your choice. Get vaccinated or don't. But live with your choice, and don't make your choice somebody else's burden. I think is how I want to say that. Don't make your choice somebody else's burden. So that's my soapbox for that. And to that end, let's talk. We're going to talk for about a couple of news things here, news nuggets. Walmart, if you weren't aware, Walmart and Sam's Club, as I found out, are now getting rid of, as of today, I believe, they have completely gotten rid of their mask mandates. So if you are a frequent flyer at Sam's Club, at Walmart, even Costco, I think I've heard now, they've gotten rid of their mask mandates now for both employees and customers, provided that you are fully vaccinated. Now, those of us who have been to Walmart at least even once in your life, you know there are memes, there are pages, there are full-on websites about the people at Walmart, the people of Walmart, the people that frequent Walmart, and the type of people that you might frequent there, you might see. So saying that, there's no way to know, obviously. We're not wearing headbands. We're not wearing wrist bracelets. We're not wearing tattoos that say we're vaccinated. So this is all on the honor system. And they're saying if you have been vaccinated, you don't need to do this anymore. So it's for us to be honorable about that, I guess. But it is pretty funny that that's the honor system. And if you've seen the people at Walmart, sometimes, especially those that frequent at 2 a.m., if your Walmart's open that late, it's a different world. So, but that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, we're rounding third base on this thing. So we're starting to see places completely lift, businesses actually lift. So yeah, Nick says, should wear a mask at Walmart anyway. Yeah, there might be a need for that at some time, for sure. Forget COVID. You might just need to have one anyway, for sure. For sure. All right, one other thing I want to bring up, talking about news, unrelated to BV at all, but I just thought this was kind of scary, funny. In the world that we live in, dealing with bugs and, we had the murder hornets last year. If things weren't bad enough, we had those murder hornets. Now, have you heard this? There's a potential health scare, if you could call it that. There's a potential health scare with the cicadas that are going to be crawling out of the ground. This they're calling it the death zombie fungus. Have you heard about this? The death zombie fungus regarding the cicadas. Now, I just got to read this to you because this was pretty insane to think about. But this is, again, hey, this is the world we live in, right? So as this story that I'm reading that came out of, I believe, USA Today, it's kind of a combination of Invasion of Body Snatchers and the Grateful Dead show. Listen to this if you've not heard this, folks. This month, as billions of Brood X cicadas emerge from the dirt, more than a dozen other states other than here in Indiana. So there's dozens of states now where these live. Some of the bugs will be suffering a horrific science fiction-like fate. And there's no delicate way to discuss this. So here it is. There's a fungus laced with the same chemical as the psychedelic mushrooms that will invade their bodies and eat away their insides until their abdomens crack, fall off, and get replaced with a ball of white spores. Sounds terrible. And because they're either bombed on the psychedelic aspects of the mushrooms spores or under control of the fungus, the cicadas won't even notice that they've lost half their body. But with the missing their butts and having everything else going for them, they're going to forge ahead and still try to mate, even though they don't have parts to mate. Of course, that's going to be impossible, but they're just going to be passing on these spores all over the place. So this is not to say, I know there's somebody out there probably thinking it, if you find one of these cicadas, let's eat them because they're going to be psychedelic. No, probably not. So I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, now even the cicadas are in jeopardy. Such a crazy world we're living in, guys. But yeah, I don't know. We're, this show stinks. This show stinks today. We're talking cicadas. We're talking Walmart. We're talking masks. We got all sorts of stuff going on. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm kind of crazy going out of my mind because I can't wait for next weekend. I don't know. In any event, yeah. So we're rounding the base with COVID, and cicadas are going to die off because half their body's going to be covered in spores, and they're going to lose half their body. So, hey, if you live in the Midwest, that's something to look out for this summer, right? I guess. Yeah. So hang out with me here for a few more minutes. I've got one other thing I want to talk about specifically after this message. If you are looking for an all-natural beard oil that will not only tame your beard and coarse hairs, but make your beard soft and smell amazing, check out Pulpo Beard Oils. Veteran-owned and made for today's beards, Pulpo beard products combine the best beard ingredients on the market with incredible customer service to ensure your happiness. Whether you need beard wash, beard oil, beard balm, or some fun clothing, Pulpo is the place to go. Feel fresh, feel savage, feel confident with Pulpo Beard Oils. Go to Pulpo Beard Oils, that's Pulpo beardoils.com, and use the code The Heart of a Villain for a discount on your order. Okay, I just saw this comment, so of course I have to bring it in. Old Jay, what's this I keep hearing about BP trying to get to third base? He's starting to get nervous. Yeah. You know, when you get a phrase in your head, you just kind of cling to it. That's what's happening there. So I do apologize for you if I'm scaring you in any way, shape, or form in that regard. So yeah. Well, guys, this, as you may or may not know, I know I've talked about this a lot, and I just looked back on the calendar because I just realized that, and this is something that kind of sneaks up on me for the last year or two because I'm not in my prior career. I'm no longer in law enforcement. And it was on my calendar every year, something that I looked forward to in a weird way because I was usually participating in some way, shape, or form the last 10 years that I was on the police department with National Police Week. And always looked forward to being able to go out to Washington, D.C. and share in some memories, some times with brothers, family members of fallen officers out in Washington, D.C. The city of Washington, D.C. just completely embraces everything that is National Police Week. So that snuck up on me, and that's this week. The candlelight vigil was actually last night. It's always on May 13th. And as some of you guys know, I was honored to participate in the candlelight vigil on a few different occasions. And a few different occasions I got to sing somebody else's song. And a few times I was asked to sing a song that I specifically wrote for the memorial called Why Do Heroes Have to Die? But it always sneaks up on me the last couple years since I've been retired now, 4 years. So it kind of was a gut punch to realize that something that was so critical to life for me has just kind of slipped away, and I felt a little guilty about that. So I looked back, as I mentioned, and episode 31, just 6 episodes into this thing we're doing live streaming, just 6 episodes into that last year, was when I covered National Police Week, kind of in depth. And I don't want to take time out right now to talk about my experiences with National Police Week again, and I don't want that to become an annual thing, but I do think that every year during this week, whichever podcast episode is on the week of Police Week, I am going to take a couple minutes out and just honor it and talk about it for just a couple minutes. And year to year, it may change, but the most important thing is the numbers. And when you hear the numbers, keeping in mind that there are men and women, there are moms and dads, brothers and sisters behind these numbers. These people are not just numbers. But this year, as they do every year prior to Police Week, they go out and they engrave the names of the fallen officers from the previous year that have lost their lives in the line of duty. And they go out and engrave the names of people who may have somehow been lost to history. And they have researchers that find the names of people who may have been forgotten years and years and years ago that lost their lives in the line of duty. So this year, adding to the over 22,000 names that are on the wall right now, 394 names were added to the wall again. And on any given year, prior to COVID and everything else, on any given year, you had anywhere between 120 to an average of 160, sometimes more, officers that were killed in line of duty in some way, shape, or form. But this past year ticked up a bit, partly due to COVID. And the sad part about, it's truly sad anyway, but when you figure in that COVID was responsible for the deaths of 182 alone, that's not even considering the shots fired calls, the car accidents, all the different other ways, the fights and different things. 182 were lost to COVID alone. 394 in total. So I find it necessary to discuss, to mention that because it was a big part of my life, and I feel necessary because I've seen that job. I've been a part of that job for so much of my life, to honor the men and women. We live in a very polarized time right now, and much of the world doesn't know what to think of police officers. There's a lot of good ones out there. There's a lot of good ones out there. Very, very few bad ones. And the good ones, they don't want the bad ones around. And they don't want to stand up for those bad ones. So, I just want to take a minute. I put together, there was a video my very first year that I sang my song, Why Do Heroes Have to Die? There was a video that the National Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Fund put together. They do a video every year of the Candlelight Vigil. And so I decided to take I have a video on YouTube that I put together, a slideshow video with my song. So I decided to put parts of that with parts of the live recording and have that as a memoriam this year to honor our fallen officers. So if you could bear with me here for a few minutes, those of you who are still here with us, and just take a minute and take this in and help me honor the 394 officers whose names were added to this list and added to this wall this year.
It was a quiet night in late July when the world came tumbling down. When she answered the door, she fell to her knees. Things would never be the same. Another hero falls. A single mother tries to make things right for the children left behind. They'll see the daddy's name engraved on a wall. They will light a flame for him after the hero falls. Another hero falls. A folded flag and a mourning band find us here to wonder why. Lord, why do heroes have to die? A riderless horse flags at half-mast. Now we have to say goodbye. We will stand together behind a thin blue line. He was a son, he was a dad, he was our brother, he was a friend. But most of all, to all of us, he is a hero. And though we hurt and still feel pain, they lost their lives, but not in vain. We can't forget the price they paid, all of the heroes like them. A loving father sits alone in the dark with a picture in his hand. He remembers the day she grabbed hold of his hand, the proudest moment of his life. but still the hero falls. It's been 4 long years since she was taken away by a coward with a gun. Still he sees the light in her eyes, reflected in those of a daughter every day. Another hero falls. Another hero falls. A folded flag and a mourning band find us here to wonder why. Lord, why do heroes have to die? A riderless horse flags at half-mast. Now we have to say goodbye. We will stand together behind a thin blue line. She was a mom who loved her kids. She was our sister, she was a friend. But most of all, to all of us, she is a hero. And though we hurt and still feel pain, they lost their lives, but not in vain. We can't forget the price they paid, all of the heroes like them.
I love this quote here at the very, very end. George Orwell. Just as a wake-up call. We sleep safe in our beds because rough men stand ready in the night to visit violence against those who wish us harm. Thank you guys so much for staying with me on that. It's a rough one every year to think about. I was one of the lucky ones that was able to come through my career, and every year I'm reminded that there are many that didn't. And so thoughts and prayers to everyone who is mourning the loss of loved ones this week during National Police Week. So guys, I'm going to kick off our next little segment here, which we know is the calendar of events. Do appreciate you guys for being here with me so far. Just hang out for a few more minutes. I've got a couple things that I've added to the list that might be important to you. Maybe not, I don't know, but we'll see. As you see here on scrolling ticker across the bottom, I've got several things going. May 14th, Oregon Bearded Villains. That's today. The Oregon Bearded Villains are out there with their cystic fibrosis awareness fundraiser beard comp. So good luck and congrats to you boys out there. Also, this weekend, as we talked about, the Bearded Villains down in Mexico. And anybody else who could make it, Durango, Mexico, they're having fun down there at the Mexican meet. Next weekend, I mentioned it, May 21st to 22nd, get down to Ocean Springs, Mississippi for DSV 5. That is going to be a blast. Looking forward to that. And I will be there live at the meet and greet, trying to do a podcast live stream from the meet and greet. So fingers crossed that everything works out. Then we're rolling into June 11th and 12th. There's 2 different things we talked about. The West Coast Meet in Denver, Colorado, and Knox Villains, hosted by the Smoky Mountain Bearded Villains, June 12th as well. So that weekend, you have 2 choices, West Coast Meet and Knox Villains. Then June 26th, Bearded Villains Inland Empire is having a fundraiser at Barrel and Stave Poorhouse. They're raising money for proceeds to go to the Tyler Skaggs Foundation. This is just going to be a big party. Big party. So go over there, hang out with the Bearded Villains Inland Empire Bros, June 26th. Then July 16th through the 18th, the Bearded Villains New York Upstate chapter has 1 year and counting. 1 year and counting in Lyons, New York. There's a meet and greet on the 16th, barbecue. Oh man, it's going to be fun. Charity softball game, pig roast on the 17th, and farewell brunch on the 18th. Look forward to that if you're going, July 16th through the 18th. Then the big one for the year, the big one, August 13th through the 15th. Get down to Miami, the Miami Now International Meet. Miami International Meet, August 13th through the 15th, or just stay the week. If you're from a non-humid climate, come prepared. September 2nd through the 6th, Villain Cruise 5 over in Barcelona, Spain, hosted by the Bearded Villains of Finland and Sweden. Then September 24th to the 26th is the East Coast Meet. I'll be there as well. I will be there with bells on, as they say. September 24th to the 26th, East Coast Meet, hosted by Bearded Villains, West Virginia in Parkersburg. September 10th, well, I went a little out of order there. September 10th is the Four Corners Meet, hosted by our brothers from Phoenix, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. In Cortez, Colorado, remember that is a brothers-only event. Brothers-only weekend, nobody else, just brothers. September 10th to the 12th. Then October 8th and 9th, Bearded Villains Missouri Valley Chapter. They have an unnamed event. I don't think they've heard of the name of it yet, but hey, it's celebrating something, an anniversary. So get out there. You can be there in St. Louis, October 8th and 9th. They have a meet and greet, silent auction. They have all sorts of good stuff going on there. 8th and 9th. Hopefully we'll get a name for that event here soon. October 8th and 9th, Bearded Villains, Missouri Valley. Gonna be fun in St. Louis. Get there. All right, rolling along. The Pensacola Beach, Florida Summit, October 15th and 16th. Don't have any details on that specifically, but mark your calendars anyway, October 15th and 16th. Then rolling into November, we got two things. One just popped up on my menu today. You got your choices. If you're going to be in the Midwest or if you're going to be out east. Two choices. The weekend of November 12th through the 14th. You have Battle of the Beards 2021 in Southern Indiana. Details will be forthcoming soon on that. Battle of the Beards 2021. It was a big event last year. Lots of fun. Southern Indiana, our Bearded Villains Southern Indiana, going to be hosts. And then also just popped up, November 13th, is Beards Away. Beards Away, hosted by the Virginia Bearded Villains. It's their 6th anniversary celebration and a beard competition. And it's going to be at the Bunker Brew Pub, as it was once before. So that's the weekend of November 13th. Also, Bearded Villains, Virginia, having some fun. Tripping over my words here, guys. I do apologize. So that, as they say, is that. If you have something that you need to put on the calendar of events, please let me know. Send me a message so I can make sure I get it on there for you. I don't want anybody to be without. Guys, thank you so much. So much. It means the world to me, those of you who do listen on regular podcast platforms, even when it's kind of a shit show night, even when it is not the greatest show around. You guys mean the world to me, and your support I can't say enough about. So to everybody who is here live, thank you again so much for hanging out. And please keep it up, by all means. Otherwise, I'll just be here talking to myself. What do I know? But anybody else that's out here on a podcast platform checking this thing out, episode 83 is in the books. Episode 83, it's done. Thank you guys so much for being here. Remember, you can still buy shirts, patches, pins, poker chips, all that fun stuff at theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. That's theheartofavillain.simplecast.com. Remember, guys, as I always challenge you every single time, right? Be the villain that the world needs you to be, because the heart of a villain never stops beating. Guys, as I say every week, and it's the most important thing I say every week, remember, it's okay not to be okay. If you are hurting, please find a brother to talk to. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. So for now, have a great night. Enjoy the weekend. Have a great week ahead, guys. And I'll see you at DSV 5 next Friday night. Have a great night. Take care and stay safe.